What do you want? Hey, take it easy. I'm here to check up on you. Martin was pretty cranky sounding, so I used my most soothing tone. Fuck off, D. I know you're just here to poke around for your personal research project. I'm not in the mood today. Ouch! Ouch! He tried to shoo me off, but suddenly tensed up in pain. Are you okay? I asked, coming a little closer, trying to reach out with my lower support arms. Martin smacked them away, took a deep breath, and sat bolt upright. I will be fine once you stop goofing around and let me rest. What happened? He sighed deeply. Perhaps he was getting used to my endless questions, or perhaps resigned is a better way to put it. I threw out my back, probably overdid it yesterday with that support column replacement. He rubbed his lower back with one hand. I'll be fine tomorrow, I just need to rest. Why would you dispose of your back? It's where your main nerve channel is. I am again confused by human speech. For fuck... I mean, I knocked it out of whack, out of alignment. I probably just strained a muscle yesterday. A day of rest and some mild anti-inflammatories, and I'll be fine. But I thought your body had limiters to keep you from hurting yourself. How is it possible for you to hurt a muscle when you should not be able to? Humans were notorious for being ridiculously strong in relation to their size, but it was also known that they were incapable of exerting their full strength except in the most dire circumstances. Right, I'm not a doctor, I'm an engineer. All I can tell you is that when I was swapping out the support columns yesterday, I used one of the muscles in my back too much, or too long, or I turned funny, and now it hurts. Bees of sweat was starting to dot Martin's brow, and he was clenching his jaw as he spoke. If I had actually exerted full force with my muscles, I would have fractured a bone or torn connective tissue. This is muscle tissue soreness, which is actually super common. Go check the data net for muscle strain. I'm going to lie down now. Talk to you later. Martin slowly stood up and shuffled slowly from the room. Right. Please report to engineering. We have a situation. The automated announcement plays in my crew cabin, so I dress in my work harness and head to work. What is the problem? I asked once I arrive. There was some meteorite debris that made it past shields. There's a damaged bulkhead that needs repair. I nod my understanding, a gesture I picked up from Martin. I grab the relevant printout and start loading up tools onto a cart. After setting up a work zone perimeter and locking down the sector of the ship, I start laying out tools and supplies. There was a small hole about the size of a sheng nut, but which has been temporarily patched. I need to set up a small containment field, then remove the damaged area with a plasma torch and replace it with a bit of plasteel from our supplies. The temporary patches would only hold for a few hours before the polymer they were made from would start to lose strength. I had set up the fuel generator and was finalizing my plasma torch setup when Martin arrived. He had brought a collapsible chair, which he promptly set up and sat in. Ranking maintenance engineer reporting for repair as per regulations. You should have called me, D. He looked even more annoyed than earlier. I thought you were resting, I replied, as I completed the plasma torch setup. I still need to do my job. Besides, I can't have you getting dinged on my watch. Looks bad for both of us. Make sure you set the gas regulator properly, he said, eyes roving over all the other preparations I had done. Right, I said, and finished my setup. He sat in his chair and watched silently as I sliced away the damaged plate and started welding in the patch. I was halfway through when the alarm started. Debris field, brace for multiple impacts. Repeat, brace for multiple impacts. I cut off the torch, and when I turned around, Martin was already moving down the hall. Keep signaling the patch, I'll evacuate the section, just in case, he called over his shoulder. I could hear him chasing other crewmen out of the section. I focused on the patch, only a few more moments, and it would be complete. I wake up in a bright room. I cannot move. As I struggle, I see someone move into view. Dwight, be calm. It is I, Dr. Ma. You are okay. I have a restraining field on you to immobilize a damaged walking limb. What happened? I asked, as the last thing I remember is rushing to finish the patch. You were hurt when the ship took a hit, knocked you against the hull when a gas cylinder fell and caught your leg. Martin carried you in. Don't worry, you finished the patch before you got hurt. Good job, Dr. Ma said, patting my lower support arm. Is Martin okay? I'll be fine, I just need a few days, I heard his gruff voice. I rolled my head over to see Martin, hanging upside down from a contraption by his ankles. His arms dangled above his head. You were hurt? I asked. You were very heavy. Lifting the gas cylinder kind of sucked too, now I'm thinking about it. And now my back is actually damaged. Don't worry, Doc's got me on some good painkillers. I could do without the gravity boots, though. He tore a latissimus dorsi muscle while lifting you. I've given him a shot of nanobots just like you. You should both be fine in a couple of days, Dr. Ma says, as he checks his instruments. I thought you were hurt before. What was I supposed to do, leave you there bleeding? You're on your own for the next few days, so try not to get knocked out again. Besides, a hurt back and damaged muscles are two different things.